This is gonna be one of my first Roblox videos. Where to begin with this one? So, 2015, 2016, I messaged a big developer named minitoon. Minitoon, back then, was only known for his containment breach stuff, not like his piggy stuff that he does now, and like every single YouTuber tries to, take their chance upon. It's stupid, and that's basically the gist of this video. That's what I'm gonna go into depth into. It made no fucking sense. Uh, so I told you I met Minitoon. Whenever I contacted him over messages, and then we then got onto Discord, and we started realizing that we had a lot in common. We both had a passion for Half-Life and World War II, and that's where our friendship really sparked. I helped him work on some music within Containment Breach, I think, and also within I don't know, no, it wasn't Containment Breach. It was a cut project that we did called Operation Black Mesa, which was basically just going to be the SCP game that he made, but with Half-Life characters and entities as well as enemies. And I remember we had this big idea where we'd remix a lot of the music for it. And I remixed, I think, about like 2 tracks, like Storm, and I forgot the other one. He said that they were good. I remixed another one, but it turned out fucking horrible. I think it was like not Surface Tension, Nuclear Jam. Yeah, Nuclear Jam. It turned out fucking horrible. It, it sounded as if it wasn't worked on from the ground up, but it fucking was. It sounded like it was fucking sped up, but that was that was like a thing with the program that I was working on. The other songs sounded great. They sounded awesome. I sent the files to him. I made videos on my YouTube channel, which are now taken down because I deleted a lot of my videos prior to starting my new source of content. So me and him, we go back like a long time, like 2016. Yeah, 4 years. It took me so long to figure that out. But it was 4 or 5 years. I can't remember like specifically. I know it was. I think it was either near the end of 2015 or through the mid 2016 era that I met him, and we just had a falling out. We just stopped talking to each other, and wow. Now I'm I like him. I like him a lot. We promised each other, not in that way. Pause. No homo. But we we were buds. Like we would call every single day. It was comparable to me and Taco. I think Taco even met him at one point. Yeah. Uh, he even like we were also working on this other project that was based off of Resistance and Liberation, which was a mod like from 2012 that had the 82nd Airborne against German troops in like multiple battles, which I never got to play, and I regret that. I wish that I could have played it, but I think I'm still in the Discord. Dang. So yeah, we worked on that for a while. It didn't go anywhere. The Discord's still up, and I think that he left. And I recently got messages from people like a couple months ago asking what the group was because they forgot why they joined. And I remember like I was working on a new weapon mesh for the game because there were no Moes and Nagants as meshes. So I remember making one and just calling it the needle gun, and you can still find that on one of my alternate accounts. I also had, yeah, we made this joke game. Well, I wasn't that involved with it, but I was involved with ideas for the second one. And I think that the second and third one came out soon after. Uh, it was basically just like the Russian front, but it was like the Squidward version. I forgot. I'm not too big on that. Uh, but yeah, we tried to we were big trying to get like Operation Black Mesa like into like a full state to where every like it could be an experience. Uh, actually, the we finished modeling some of the weapons, and we modeled the HEC Marines, which are based off of the opposing force uh, normal pack and not like the original Half-Life 1 ones. Uh, and it's even an Easter egg in Containment Breach. It's out of bounds, but yeah, it's still an Easter egg nonetheless. Well, not an Easter egg. He placed it there for specific like in-game events that he'd do, and I remember he'd always invite me to them, and it was a blast. I met a lot of good people through minitoon. Minitoon and I'm not going to say that we're friends anymore because we have not talked in a while. Yeah, I'd like to become friends with him again because I want to refresh. I want to flesh out that project. I want that to become. I want that. I want Operation Black Mesa, and I want that to be like tangible because we stopped. We stopped. We worked on like a large section of the map, and then we just stopped. We just stopped. We just nobody had like any. What's the word? Damn it. Fuck. I forgot the word. Oh my god, how can I forget the word? Oh, never mind. Well, we didn't want to work on it anymore, we just shut down the project. I'm not sure if he's still working on it, but he hasn't told me anything about it. Uh, uh, so now to the piggy stuff that he's making. He's making these fucking. He's making these chapters for this game called Piggy, and it goes against a promise that we made that we wouldn't try to sell out. And I don't know if he's really selling out or not. I haven't been able to play it because I don't want to play it. I've kind of like tried to keep myself away from it, but I feel as if now he's going to spiral down that path, and I don't want him to. Because Minitoon's a good guy, and he bought Day of Infamy for me. A $20 game with the money that he made from Containment Breach. And I remember we played that for like 3 weeks straight, and then we went back to developing other projects. And we had so much fun. And I miss having experiences like that because I don't have my PC anymore. I have a Xbox. My computer exploded. I'm not going to go into that because I think I already have over TikTok. But yeah, TikTok. But yeah, basically now he's starting this piggy project, and I know minitoon. He's probably putting a lot of effort into this project, but I feel as if it's going to lean him towards a path that he originally never wanted to go down, and that would be to focus too much on a game like just for income with the new chapters that he's releasing and all the game passes and stuff. And whenever I knew him, he was nothing like that. And I don't know if he is now, but I feel as if he might start leaning down the path of that, considering the stuff that I've heard from others. We he Whenever I knew him, he never wanted to focus on one project in particular. Like he'd always like even out like the stuff that he'd focus on. Like one week he'd be focusing on this group that I was a part of called like the I forgot. Uh, it was like it was based off of the original CP like civilians, like the civilian CPs from fucking the beta of Half-Life 2. And I forgot what it was called, but I was a high I'm trying to get back into Half-Life. Uh it was that. It was a group for that, and me and another one of his friends were kind of the only ones there because no one else was really active in it. So then Minitoon stopped being active in it, and it was at that time that we kind of started to sway away from each other. If that makes any sense. Like we started to like go our separate ways slowly. Like we started to slowly stop contacting each other, and uh, we started to like stop interacting with each other like altogether. And I have no idea why. Uh, I know. I remember getting into some scuttles with his containment breach team, but that was for me being a kid. Like that was I don't know why Minitoon really didn't care that I was a fucking 11 year old because I was still he said that I was valuable to him. And I know what that meant. It's not fucking creepy. I know I fucking made it sound creepy, but it was nothing like that. Because I made a bunch of music for his project. I've helped with ideas. I'm not gonna say that I did that much because I didn't do that much, but I put my heart into his project, uh, Operation Black Mesa. Actually, that was the reason why I contacted him because he had a game that was called Operation Black Mesa, and that's why I contacted him in the first place. So it was that Resistance and Liberation and another multiplayer version of Resistance and Liberation that I wanted to work on with him, uh, and we ended up like not getting that far into him. He kind of lost interest in some of the projects, which like that's I feel as if you're gonna like commit to a project, what I feel as if you're gonna start a project, then you should like think beforehand. Am I gonna want to do this in the future? Am I gonna want to keep on putting my time and effort into it? Which like yeah, Minitoon was great at game making, but like he kind of lost interest in some projects fast. But he still tried, uh, and I still tried. Yeah, I made some tracks for the Operation Black Mesa game, and we he showed off some maps and stuff for it. It was going to be a big project. Like we were going to have characters that you can play as, like specialty characters. It was kind of like going to be like Containment Breach in a way, where you spawned in as a certain faction, uh, or as specialty characters, which would I think be replacing the SCPs. You could spawn in as Adrian Shepard, Barney Calhoun, or Gordon Freeman, and they had a lot of health and certain weapons and stuff. And I think that we tried to expand on the idea because we also made a bunch of other HECU soldiers, kind of like with there's another no. Specific HECU soldiers like the heavy soldier, the shotgun trooper, you know, the medic, all that sort of stuff. We tried, uh, and we got pretty far. We made the models for them. I remember like he toured me through what he had completed over like a Discord call. He said, "Hey, can you join my game for a second?" And he toured me through some of the other things that we had completed and the things that he had done, which it at that time I thought that it was indefinitely going to go further. Well, I think that anybody would if they were in my situation because like there was so much put into that project, and I was sad to see it like just dissipate because nobody wanted to work on it anymore. Like we put all this time and effort, and I made these musical tracks, and we spent hours. We spent like full on like 8 hour days, like working on this together, working on this stuff together. And I didn't work. I tried my best with what I could do because I was not a good. I could not script, and I could not. I can model from meshes, but I can't model. So I did what I could best to my ability, which was remix some of the music, make it newer, and I didn't really get to make any models because he didn't really contract me to contract. Fuck it, what am I talking about? He didn't really ask me to do anything with meshes or models or anything. But it was a fun experience. Like I wish that I could have come. I wish that I could go back to that time because minitoon was like a genuine friend. He was a genuinely good guy, and I don't want to see him become something that he didn't want to become. And that's why I'm making this video. I'm not sure like what I would like. I just want to get this out there to the people and to the people who are following him in the community right now. I just wanted to get my opinion. I wanted to just show that if anything happens and he ends up like going down the path of fucking horrible jailbreak type games with a shit ton of game passes and updates like every week, then I'm not saying that jailbreak's a bad game, but it's kind of just a cash grab. I don't want him to go down that slope because he has the option to right now, and I'm kind of afraid that he might. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say. I'll see you guys.